Nerd News Network time.
Yes.
Last week we made a mistake. We made an error. We repeated an article in which Benedict Cumberbatch was quoted as saying he wouldn't be in Doomsday.
We did what all news outlets do nowadays.
We took that at its face value. We believed the quote. We read the article. All we can do is apologise for lying to you.
Do you know what? I don't think we do need to apologise. I think Benedict should apologise to us. I feel lied to and cheated.
So Benedict did an interview that came out like literally 30 minutes after we finished filming,
Yeah.
in which he said, "Oh, I fucked up. I got that wrong. I actually am in the next one. But now I've said both, so you can't believe me. I never know what I'm saying." So it is now our understanding that he is in Doomsday. But as he said, you can never trust anything I say, so maybe he is still not in Doomsday. We don't know.
Do you know what I think he's done? He's speedrun what Andrew Garfield had to go through, where he said, I'm not in it, then obviously was, so now no one will believe him, whatever he says about Spider-Man, because they're going to go,
you think he's just trying to recreate that so people don't bother asking him?
He's just speedrun by saying both now, so then he goes, you're not going to believe me whichever I say. Oh, well, you can stop asking that question.
Yeah. And also, despite the rumours that Chris Evans was coming back, he has claimed that he is happily retired, to which a number of people on the internet did hasten to point out that he was literally in a Marvel film not even 12 months ago.
I was like, I did think that. I was like, hang on, you kind of contradicted yourself there. This also feels like a ploy to just confuse people, and then whatever you say, no one's going to believe.
At this point, right, every character could or could not feasibly appear in a Marvel project. It's pointless asking them, because if they're not officially announced as being in it, there is still a chance they're going to be in it for a surprise twist.
Yeah,
it's actually pointless asking people. I know they're always going to want to do it because it will always generate a headline. That headline will always get posted, and then I will always send that tweet to you, and we will always end up talking about it. I get it. We'll fall for it every time. But it is a pointless question.
It's a pointless question, and it's honestly, I think, more so than them just trying to get a headline. They're trying to get the next Tom Holland slip up.
Yeah.
That's all they're
Tom Holland's not too good for that shit now.
They're just hunting for the slip up, and I think the way the actors are combating this is by saying contradicting things. So if they slip up, they'll go, yeah, but I also said this, so do you really believe me?
Yeah, it's like, if we say every
big braining the system.
They've realised how to do PR in a way that's unfathomable. Deadline has said that there is not going to be a Super Bowl trailer for Superman. And instead, they will be getting a Puppy Bowl spot.
I forget when isn't the Puppy Bowl like the day
I actually have no idea.
Before or something.
But everyone's now assuming that this trailer is going to be heavily focused on crypto.
Oh yeah, I think that's... Which unfortunately ruins my prediction of like a true like American beer style advert for Superman.
So it's on the same day as the Super Bowl, but it's much earlier in the day.
Oh, so I mean it'll still be shown around. Everyone will still see it.
Oh yeah, we'll still get it on Super Bowl Sunday. But it'll be much earlier. It's just funny.
I would love if it's like a crypto, like flying to the fridge and grabbing a beer for Superman, or going to get the paper from the front door and he flies it inside.
I'm at a weird spot where I don't want to see anything more, but I want to see everything. I don't want any footage that might allow my brain to start to piece together any semblance of a story.
I get what you mean.
However, I would like 12 hours of B-roll of each character.
This is why I want this like totally purely marketing like parody stuff, but them as their characters.
Yeah. I want like day in a life vlogs of them in character. Nothing to do with the film.
You know,
Just to get a vibe.
the animated film that was Pets, where it was like when the owners leave the
Secret Life
house.
Pets.
Yes. What if they
Yeah,
do like a
the first
parody?
one made me cry.
What if they do a parody of that, but it's crypto and it's like Superman leaves and
Yeah,
there's the
they
door
did that. It was
closed.
called the DC League of Super Pets.
Well,
And
yeah,
Dwayne
but
Rock Johnson ruined it.
but what if they do that for the trailer?
It'd be cool. But yeah, so no Super Bowl trailer for
Superman.
We're expecting a Thunderbolts one, and there's expected to be a spot for Fantastic Four, but that is expected to just be the same teaser trailer played again. Maybe an extended one, but it's expected to just be the same teaser.
More.
Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery is officially set to release this fall on Netflix. Looks like they lost their fight and will not be getting a theatrical release. However, let the record show, if it does get a theatrical release, I will be there day one. It's got a really good cast. I forget the cast off the top of my head. Lots of A-listers who've been involved in other big projects coming together to play Cluedo on screen. It's great. I fucking love the Knives Out films. I'll probably, in preparation for this one, rewatch the last two. It's great. Big drama. I don't know why I've said it like that because it's not fun drama. It's just sad.
I was gonna say, God, you sounded excited for drama for
Yeah, I got a bit too YouTubery there, didn't I? Best Actress nominee Karla Sofia Gascon is facing controversy for resurfaced tweets containing extremely racist, Islamophobic, homophobic, and anti-vaxxer comments. I've not seen the tweets, and I believe they're in Spanish anyway, so I would have only seen translations, which can never really be trusted because anyone can translate it. People who are Spanish have seen the tweets and they've gone, that's fucking disgusting. I can't believe she said that. It's not up for debate whether she actually said horrible things. The big thing with stuff like this is always, for me, how long ago it was. And has there been any evidence they've changed as a person since?
And have they ever in the past acknowledged that things they may have, like, have they already known they've said these things in the past and acknowledged it and made an effort to show that they have? Yes. And then this is just getting dragged up again. It's like, okay.
Based on some of the screenshots I briefly saw, some of them were as recent as 2022.
Oh. I find it hard to believe.
Do people change that much where they're openly in 2022 being racist, homophobic, Islamophobic in public 3 years later, when arguably people have become more accepting of racism, homophobia, and Islamophobia, changed their views? Odds are no.
Yeah, 2 years ago, you were probably you were obviously a celebrity already 2 years ago. You you know better. You can't play this off as like, oh, I just said the wrong thing. No, like.
Oh yeah, by the sounds of it, wasn't like what. You know, sometimes in the past, people have used a racial slur and they've been like, oh, I didn't realise, I'm so sorry. Especially in foreign languages, because sometimes translations can get confused. My understanding is these were not like, oopsie. They were very much like
intent.
Hate speech.
Yeah. Actual intent behind it, yeah.
It sucks. I wish people could be kind to one another. I wish there wasn't so much hatred.
Yeah.
I think she should lose her Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
I don't think we should allow people to even have an opportunity to win an award while being bad people. Just like I think if a sports star gets convicted of a violent or horrific crime, aka too many NFL players, and football players and every other fucking sport, I don't think they should then be able to go back and earn more millions of dollars. I think earning all that money and fame should be a reward for being talented and being a good role model.
Yeah.
And that is not being a good role model. Better news. Another superstar, at least I consider him a superstar, has joined the cast of Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, the one and only Elliot Page.
Oh, I've just Googled it to remind myself. Yeah. I know that is.
I believe this is his first major role since he transitioned.
Fair.
And in all fairness, not that this should be due any credit, but unfortunately we live in a world when it is. In 2025, in a world that is increasingly, by the day, it seems becoming more transphobic.
Yeah.
Fair fucks to Christopher Nolan for going, I don't give a fuck, I'm casting Elliot Page.
Yeah.
I respect the fuck out of that.
Like,
and I hope that they have the support structure in place for the additional abuse Elliot Page is probably going to have to endure.
fair play to him as well for his first major films after to be a.
As far as I know, it is.
Well, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you don't really get more major than a Chris Nolan film. So,
No.
But as far as I know, this is their most major role post-transition. So that's huge for him.
Yeah.
I've seen some people talking about a particular Greek character that they might be perfect for. I don't know if that is the plan. I don't know too much about that character. No,
Who knows who all these actors and actresses are going to be playing? Like,
oh, sorry, I've just realised I didn't write it down. Matt Bateman's also first, actually acknowledged the fact he's in the film now.
Oh, okay.
And his comment was, "I've literally got another scene in front of me."
Nice.
That's it. This is one of them films that I've just seen this cast get bigger. I know enough about it to know what it is, but not enough about it to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is exciting. It feels like art's being made. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Dan Houser, founder of Rockstar and writer-producer of the GTA series, he left Rockstar during the end of GTA 6 being made. He's not with Rockstar anymore, as far as I know. But he's revealed his new IP that he's been working on, called The Absurdverse, which has apparently got multiple animated projects, as well as an action comedy game in development.
Interesting.
Normally, someone leaving a studio and just revealing a new IP, I wouldn't deem newsworthy. However, Dan Houser has been at Rockstar since the beginning. He's been involved heavily in all of the GTA games, which are, in video game and storytelling, some of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
Do we know if he's the secret source or anyone else? No, not really. But on the off chance he is the secret source, this is something worth keeping a close eye on, I think.
I mean, yeah, he's obviously here's an ingredient in the recipe of GTA.
He has to be, because he was there from the beginning. There's got to be a decent amount of him involved.
And my thing is GTA 6 is going to be the biggest release of the year if it comes out this year. I hope it does for my fantasy league.
I genuinely don't think it's going to be not just the biggest release of this year. I think it could be the biggest release of the millennium. I know that sounds crazy because we're only 25 years into 1,000 years, but I can't imagine anything actually being this big, because I think video games are at that precipice where you're already so segmented.
I mean,
for a long time, video games was a niche.
In the
now
millennium,
you've got sub niches.
There's plenty of time for them to get GTA 7 out.
They might just squeeze it in.
But for him to leave that, and I'm sure, as you say, left towards the end, so it's probably his heavy lifting work will have already been done by that point. But for him to feel the want to leave to work on his own IP gives me some confidence that if he is that passionate that this is something he felt he needed to go do, it's probably going to have some decent weight behind it.
It's just one of them things that it's it'd be silly not to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
It's absolutely got to just every once in a while, every 6 months, just Google Absurdverse and just go, how are we getting on over there? Any updates? I guess we'll find out if it's him who slows shit down or not. Xolo Maridueña, sorry if I've butchered that pronunciation. The actor who played Blue Beetle says that the Blue Beetle animated series is targeting a 2026 release, which is very exciting. I mean, we both loved Blue Beetle. I know
I'd be
we were both
interested-
very defensive when it didn't do the numbers we felt it deserved. So
I'll be
it's nice.
interested to
Like in an
know-
animated format, that could be
Yes.
phenomenal
I'll be interested to know if it's the same animation studio they use that did Creature Commandos.
for Creature Commandos. If it's either going to be that, or it's going to be a case of, like we're hoping with the directors having their own vision, it might be a case of each project gets an art style that suits it.
Yeah.
But could very, very be cool. Bearing in mind that to a lot of people, the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle is kind of seen to be, parody's not the right word, but like symbolically similar to Spider-Man. And it's a young teenager trying to do his best for his community. I wouldn't be against your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man style animation for him. Up the frame rate a little bit, just so that them transitions of his scarab can be a bit more fluid. But there could be something there. And then I didn't get the facts to back up our conversation about this off stream, but Disney Plus has lost 700,000 subscribers in Q1 2025.
So I did quickly Google it. I couldn't.
Awesome.
So this is the confusing thing, right? Disney's Q1 is the last 3 months of the previous year.
Yeah.
So this is talking about the last 3 months of 2024, technically.
Yeah.
Trying to find out that for
So
the last 3 months of
2024.
Yeah, like it was either that year or the year before they lost 1.3 million.
Oh, I do remember talking about that, Nate. Was that over a year though, or was that in a single quarter?
No, that was like in 3 months, and then the first 3 months of the next 3 months they lost another chunk, and it was like, damn, they're just bleeding viewers. So I think this is technically better for them because they usually do lose
and
subscribers.
Just to put in a bit of context as well, in Q2 of 2024, they had 153.6 million. So it's like less than 1%.
Yeah. This is the thing. Like, I think it sounds like a big number, but
it is a big number.
But in terms of their loss in previous years, this is actually down, which to them is a good thing. And then in the grand scheme of their subscription numbers, it's only a small drop.
I would imagine, just based on like being a poor person and knowing how money works, that the end of every calendar year, subscription services probably expect to lose subscribers, because if you're trying to save money for Christmas, what's the first thing to go? Subscription services you don't need.
Yep. Everyone starts the fresh year as well and goes over their finances, gets rid of stuff they haven't used.
So they probably forecast for like 2 million. They're probably not worried about that number. I imagine that's the quarter where if it's like zero change, they're probably like, fuck yeah, we smashed it.
I am one of those 700 because it was around then that I cancelled my Disney Plus.
But like, yeah, in the grand scheme of how many subscribers they have, it's not a big deal. Yeah. However, if them 700,000 people would like to pay a 1 month Disney Plus subscription to me, that'd be a life-changing bit of business for me.
If those 700,
what is it per month? What is it per month?
Whoa, not even pay us. If those 700,000 subscribers just want to start watching this podcast,
yeah, honestly,
that's
generational. Yeah, generational. 700,000 weekly viewers of the podcast. We would be doing just fine very quickly. Thanks.
I think we would find ourselves on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And exclusively talking about Marvel and Star Wars.